System Philosophy, Part 34, Religion, Round 2. Actually, it have been a while since last religion topic. The reason why I don't really talk about it somewhat closely connected philosophy was because last video, again, I talk about really so many bad things about religion, such as, there's a lot of pedophile in the religion community, which kind of, dropped their reputation by a huge ton because those people are the leaders of church, leaders of communities, and they do, sinful things that is not allowed for, actually any religion out there pretty much. And also, I feel like religion needs an update. Religion, the concept of religion have been pretty old. It haven't been following up with the standard. You have to go to church, you have to make donation, or else, you might not, and also there are a lot of controversies. And, in modern days, a lot of people are busy who don't have the time to go to church, who don't have, they just don't. Like, for me, I just don't have time. Like, you might say that I play games all day, but is it? Yeah, I mean, I could, but, I play games just because, to relax myself after working so much. But so, yeah, there are controversies involved. I'm going to talk more about the controversies as I go into the story. So yesterday, me and my mom was going to Costco. I had to buy a Fast Track, the Transpat. It's just Fast Track system, so that I can skip the traffic. So yeah, I went to Costco, and then the line was very long. So I told my mom just wait in line, and I just go and grab a Fast Pass. But then this guy came up to us and be like, "Hey, I have 2 boxes of oranges. They're $8 each. Can I just pay you $20? And since my Costco card expired, can you help us? Help me buy it?" And he will give us cash. So of course, honestly, yeah, of course we will help him because we used to do that. Few years ago, we used to do that. So yeah, I mean, this might be a ghetto shit, but it's not about the money. It's not. For Costco, it's not there's a $55 per year. It's more like we don't even go to Costco. However, we do go there. I don't know why. I don't know why I hate Costco because it doesn't even accept Visa card. It only accept cash or Discovery, which is. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk about Costco, but let's just say, of course, we said yes, and then we started to have a religious conversation. I was asking him, what do you do? I don't know how we got started, and he just asked, what do you do? And he told me that he works in religion. He's into religion study. And of course, I told him that I'm computer and philosophy. But then, of course, that bring up the idea that, since you're religion study, let me, test you, right? All of you might say, Howard, you're so fucking mean. Oh, you see somebody in religion, you're gonna ask him, you're trying to bring him down or something? Yeah, that's what I do. Because as a philosopher, when I see hosts in one's ideology, I always mention it. I always try to bring it up. I don't know, that's you can say I'm just being mean, or whatnot. But no, we're just having an educational argument about religion. Of course, I bring the topic up. So the first topic I bring up is, I used to, been to after school program that is hosted by church for last 3 years. I have read, actually 3 to 5 years, and I read a lot of Christianity book. The comment, all the story about the Bible, and all the information about it and their ideology set. Then I told him, like what defines, like what makes a person to go to heaven? What defines another not to go to heaven, right? What if like someone who live in Africa, for example, who never heard of God, will he go to hell? And or another person who is just so busy with his life, he just never got time to go to church, What if a murderer who just murdered 1 million people then saying, what, last minute before I die, I'm going to believe in God and I'm going to go heaven. All these controversies, Or you can say, what, a person who never go to church, who never heard of church will never be given a chance to go to heaven because, God is mean and therefore, you're never forgiven for never hearing about the God and therefore you'll be going to hell, right? So this was a huge controversy. This is actually the controversy that for me, I killed religion in most of the aspect. And that's just like one religion. Other religions have even more flaws. I mean, Christianity, I believe, have a better set than other religion in my mind so far. So I'm not gonna talk about other religions. Let's just talk about Christianity. What's surprising to me was that guy took an extremely different approach to this problem. Let's just talk about like that guy that was talking. Like he was, I think he's 30 to 35 years old. Everything he do nowadays is just do church services. So during the checkout, turned out my mom's car actually was expired, so we ended up paying $55. but we are forced to because why? Because we promised this guy that we were supposed to have this car and it would be awkward, so we ended up paying $55. But like like his 2 boxes of orange is only like $16, so there was a refund of $4, which my mom tried to give him, but he's like, "Oh, you're a college student, you take it back." My mom keep giving him back, but in the end, I just accepted it because $4, who give a shit, right? Like I would not make a huge fuss over it. So I ended up taking it $4, but yeah, that's a problem still, and there's not much to say about that. But anyway, that's not the story. But the story here is he was an extremely positive person. His face is just the definition of happiness. So I was quite surprised. I mean, like, are you serious? You're a religion study, It probably will not be funny a job about religion study, You're making donation out of your own pocket for the. He told me that he's going to the army base next day and donate some of the oranges to the soldiers, and probably talk about religion and whatnot. But yeah, I'm like, are you serious? You're spending your entire life on religion. You're so happy. Like, it just seems like you're just, wow. I'm gonna talk about afterward. So yeah, he buys his oranges. So when I asked him about this controversy, guess what he said? He said, God will accept people who killed 1 million people and he believe in God in the last minute, as long as he truly believes it. It's the same thing happening in the Bible, where before the God was hanged and there was a murderer next to him, and God said, you know what? You will be going to heaven with me. Of course, yeah, he interpreted that story just right. However, what surprised me is that, are you serious? What you are saying is God is so forgiving that it doesn't matter. Like, he even told me that people who never heard of God will be going to heaven because God wouldn't judge people who never heard about him. I mean, like, holy shit, are you serious about this shit? I mean, are you serious? Because like, if you bring this extreme form of forgiveness into Christianity, into religion, I guess I guess you can technically get out of my first argument, which killed religion in the first place. So yeah, that's what happens. But of course, again, I told him this is unfair. For people like you who spend your entire life on doing the good deed, going to church, end up you're going to heaven the same as a murderer who does that in the last minute. He said, you know what? Wouldn't it better for more people to go to heaven? So I mean, I argued that was my first argument. That I counter argued saying that, if that's the case, why not bring everyone to heaven? Fuck y'all. Why not just bring everyone? Like, why even why not just everyone to heaven, right? If you're this forgiving, right? Why not even make the murderer, the rapist go to heaven as well, right? I mean, if you're so powerful, then why not just change them? After all, just ideological difference. I mean, after all, you cannot even blame murderers because some of them, there's society, they live in a society that is like that. It's not like they have a choice sometimes. Some they just don't. They just don't. People don't always have a choice. People just don't always have a choice. And are you gonna, for say do that shit? But but yeah, so yeah, his approach, and I actually believe his argument was firm, but although still controversies, but I believe it was good enough to defend religion for the round two being. I mean, if his religion actually, then I talk about he talk about the difference between the Catholic and the Pope and something like that. Basically, I mentioned news as well because when I talk about religion, I bring up fucking everything. I don't play around in our argument, even though I never declared an argument with him, but I bring up everything. So I was actually surprised that he was able to handle fucking every single question with relative accuracy as a religion study who doesn't even get into religion study. But I wouldn't say he's pretty good. I'm into philosophy, religion. It's totally different brand, but I pretty know a lot about the opposite of religion. But I told him what happened last week. Basically, there was a argument between Donald Trump and the Pope, right? Pope is supposed to be the man of God, the man who is. And then after the argument, the Pope said sorry, and he said sorry. So when I heard about the news, I'm like, fuck you, man! What the fuck are you doing? You are supposed to be the man of God. You never say sorry to a fucking racist, right? That means God is weaker than a fucking racist. What the fuck are you doing? Are you trying to promote fucking sentiment, fucking the worst side of humanity? What are you doing? Right, Pope? What are you fucking doing? But he told me that Pope and Catholic and Christianity is different. He told me it's somewhat different. You know why it's a difference? He believes that there is no middleman between God and you. For his religion, he believes that you can contact direct to God through praying. So you don't even need Pope. I don't know why Pope is even popular in America, if that's the case. But yeah, I get confused sometimes because I haven't been. Anyway, that's just branches of religion. I know there are billions of fucking branches within religion. I did not have time to go over each branch, but yeah, that's what's story. Then now I got it. But yeah, he got out of that question. Basically, you can contact directly to God, and even when you die at the last minute, even you murder and rape 1 million people, and then you pray in the last minute, you still go to the fucking heaven. I mean, that is so much easier. I'm like, you know what? I'm Christianity now. Before I die, last one, before I bleed out, I would just say, you know what? God, accept me, nigga. I'll be going to heaven, according to him, and I believe his word because I haven't met any guy who's that fucking happy. before I went to Costco, there's a superannuation. So I was eating superannuation buffet with my mom. I forgot about all me but about I told you, I did not feel happy as a philosopher. You know why? If I did not get into philosophy, I'd be so happy because I would not be caring about all the negative things. As a philosopher, I had to research into all the negativity and all the positivity in this world to give people a fair chance at which side to choose, right? So my research have been, going into the worst of humanity and the most positive of humanity. But I figured that if I never got into philosophy, I'd be fucking super fucking happy. I would not even be worrying about this shit, right? I'll be just happy everything, doing drug and fucking smoking weed. I never care about. Just kidding. But that's what I thought. But I still love philosophy. But my conclusion to my mom was that I still love philosophy because after all, even though even when I laugh, I have a sense of sadness within my laugh, within my smile, just because I know the worst of humanity. I know sometimes life does not necessarily, even though I live a good life, relatively good life, but I still believe that it's not necessarily fair because I have seen the worst and I kind of know the worst and kind of understand the worst, and I have been the worst, and I kind of accepted it. But then later, just literally 30 minutes later, I see this guy just being so happy. I'm like, I mean, a lot of people say, Harvard in philosophy, as a philosopher, as a philosopher, you're supposed to be happy, right? But no, man, system philosophy make you understand this universe at a ratio of pretty much 100%. But the problem is that it does not make you happy. Understanding of the truth does not make you happy. And trust me, if you say, Illuminati, like people who they're not happy people, You know why? They know too much. They know too much. They do not make them happy. And trust me, knowing bad things, trying to they do not make you happy. They just don't. Sure, you have power. Power does not make you happy. Happiness and power is two separate fucking things. It's same as money does not make people happy. So there's a lot of people saying, as a philosophy, you're supposed the goal is to make people happy. Come on, but no, it's not exactly. That's why I feel like religion still have it is wrong too, because it makes people happy, and trust me, religion sometimes makes you forget. Let's just say forget about. Wait, what the fuck? Come on, tap, go. Come on, my pet is retarded. It's supposed to go over. God damn it. Oh, fucking noob. This fucking pet. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like the goal of religion to make people happy. But I don't know, that's just one of my interpretation, anyways. But also I feel interested as well because out of everyone, in the Costco, that guy chooses me. To ask for. I mean, the line was so long. I mean, there are probably 200 people. I mean, he could have asked somebody who was even in the front to do that service for him, or I don't know. But he ended up choosing me, so I feel like that's a kind of what was it called? What the fuck, right? Why would you choose me, right? I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why he would choose me and talk about it. But in the end, the summary was that my mom was telling me that we should share a number, but of course, we did not share the number, so that's that. But I know is that I don't know, people who go to maybe I mean, yeah, information nowadays. I'm pretty sure if I say yesterday was what happened, today I made this video, and today is supposed to be the day that he goes to Marine and make a donation of oranges to the Marines. Then probably you guys can find which church does that and who does that. So there are probably record of that. So I'm just too lazy. Some word of information. Nothing gets lost. Nothing is a mystery. I mean, seriously, I'm not gonna talk about this topic at probably the end of the day of information, about information in this world. But yeah, that'll be another topic. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it. It's a waste of time. But yeah, after all, yeah, the summary is this: I believe religion does have a wrong too. If God is this positive and God is this forgiving, actually, this form of forgiveness actually works, because God is supposed to be an unknown entity that is capable of forgiveness that is beyond our interpretation. Maybe this kind of definition work. Maybe it works. Actually, it does work. Okay, let's say it just works. And let's say religion does make you happy beyond people who say, however, I'm not gonna study system philosophy because I'm gonna go religion because it makes me happier. Yeah, that would I recommend it? Depends. I think depends. I think system philosophy work with religion pretty well, but I think it depends. I mean, I'm not gonna cover that because I'm just gonna, I'm not really a religion guy. I would rather go to hell, because for me, as a system philosopher, I kind of like challenges. I kind of like challenges that I don't even mind like where I go. I just adapt to it really quick and become the best within that category really quick. So I don't even mind like which category of place I get sent to. So, but yeah, that's a story. So religion, get a chance. Round 2, religion. Damn, amazing. I mean, religion has been dead in my heart for so long, but this guy revived it for time being. It's not perfect, but for the time being, I'm not gonna flaw it. I'm just gonna, let's say, I'm not gonna flaw it for the time being. I feel like that's a piece of argument that kind of works better than the previous, and let's just say that I believe Christianity in general is helping people, helping the society in general. I don't know. Actually, you know what? This is the topic. I'm not gonna have any. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna play war with religion or play friend with religion. That's for the time being. Let's just say this is the information. Go make your own judgment. So yeah, this